Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and welcome back to Saturday Night Dies. Now, before we get into this, I want to say I hope that we don't lose all of our subscribers here on this channel because tonight we are doing horror hot takes and I got some pretty good ones. I'm sure my co-hosts on tonight probably have some good ones. I know there's a few people who's going to be jumping in on the chat that has some crazy hot takes, people that I know personally. So hopefully they hop on here and they give us some of their hot takes too, because I know that they got some crazy hot takes. If you guys are watching this after the fact, definitely let us know your horror hot takes in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this stream at any point. And with that being said, it's time for me to start adding people in. First up, I want to add in Cancel Happiness. What is up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Good to have you on, dude.
Yeah, we got the technical difficulties squared away.
You're good, bro. You're good. Like I said on the first stream, maybe even the second stream, I was like, man, I want to make this show where like we could just hop on and just chill, bro. Almost like a video chat, you know.
The camera quality difference is hilarious between yours and mine. I'm looking at the screen.
No, I can't lie. I love your camera quality. I love it, bro. It's spot on, dude. I love it. All right, and of course, I'm going to add in Michael Myers. What is up, dude?
What's up, man? What's up?
How's it going? That mask
is Night Dies episode.
That mask is awesome, dude.
Thank you, man. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Cancel Happiness. Nice to meet you, bro. Hell yeah.
I'm here. I'm happy to be here, man.
Yes, absolutely. Bro, I love how many people we have got involved with this show now, man. It's so cool. Like, I wanted so long to bring like all of us together. You know, we all love the genre, and like getting more people involved with this show has been so fun. So Cancel Happiness, I appreciate you being here, bro, for sure.
Appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem. And that Roy Burns mask,
we'll have more people on here for sure.
Yeah, dude, I hope so, for sure. So are you guys ready for some horror hot takes tonight, man? Do you guys have some crazy horror hot takes?
Dude, I got at least one. I've got at least one in the barrel, so
I know which one you got because we were talking about it, and it's gonna get people stirred up, I'm sure, man.
Yeah, dude, I had to write a couple down, you know, to keep in mind, bro. Yeah,
I did the same thing. I have 9 hot takes, bro. 9. I couldn't think of some, and then after a while, I was like, wait a minute, I gotta put these on here. And like I said, I have a few people that are probably going to hop in the live chat and throw some crazy hot takes. These are people I know, and I'm talking like crazy hot takes. So I'm pretty excited for that. So
can we see what you guys got in? Can we see what you guys got in? Like different opinions. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
Some of my hot takes might make one of you guys leave tonight. We'll just see if somebody leaves the stream.
I think we should start with a couple of yours then. I'm interested.
Okay, let's do that. I'll start with number 1 on my list because I know this is going to spark conversation. So number 1, what I wrote down, it's kind of a 2-parter here because it goes hand in hand. The first one I wrote down was that I think M. Night as a director is overrated, and I think The Sixth Sense sucks. I think it's literally one of the most boring horror films I ever seen. Like, no joke. I watched it one time, never went back to it. Right, dude, that's legit how I feel. And to make it even worse, I think Jordan Peele's a better director, man.
Jordan Peele? Ooh, yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense. Yeah, you know what? I have not seen it yet.
So what'd you think of Nope?
Dude, okay, look, hear me out.
I couldn't stand that movie. Dude, I hate it.
Nope, compared to Get Out and Us, Nope is not on par with them, you know? Yeah. But when I seen it, I think visually the movie looks amazing.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
It's shot well. The nighttime shots are great. I think Jordan Peele has a big future with the horror genre. I'm saying that because he's still like new. He's only got 3 films, you know? But for me, M. Night, I've never digged his style much. Even Signs, like I like Signs the best from him, and I still don't think Signs is all that great either.
Hey, but I have a connected hot take to that.
Okay, what is it?
Since we're talking about M. Night,
yeah,
I actually love The Happening and think it's like a masterpiece. You know, people have the theory about like it's a backwards movie, like the end is actually the beginning. I don't know about all that, but I love that freaking movie, and everyone hates it. You know what I mean? I think it's one of his best movies, The Happening.
Yeah. That's
Great.
actually a perfect add-on to that, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I can't even comment because I have not seen like either or. You know,
Really, you're not
like when I
listening.
think about Seven Sense, I think about movies like Twister, kind of like movies like that. You know, but I have not seen them at their full entirety. You know.
You're not missing much, man. I don't know. Like a lot of people love M Night, and I just can't. I just don't dig his work, really, man.
Look, there's only 3 movies that ever really scared me in my entire life when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There was The Sixth Sense is one. The American version of The Ring is the other. And then later on was Hereditary. Those are like the ones that scared me the most. I love The Sixth Sense, so I think you're tripping on that one.
Okay. So Sixth Sense is one of your like favorite top films or what?
No, it's
movies,
my
yeah,
least.
It's up there.
For me, it's one of my least, dude. I watched it once, and I'm like, I'm never watching it again.
Did you already know Did you already know the twist going in though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I already knew
that makes a big difference. Well,
it does.
Yeah, when people look back on it, they look back on that fond moment of the twist blowing their minds. If you don't have that going in, you know, it's kind of a different experience.
What is it? I mean, I don't mind spoilers. Like, what is the whole twist about?
You're gonna have to tell them the twist because.
So, at the very beginning of the movie, the main character gets shot, and you think that he survived, and that the whole movie is about a kid that can see ghosts.
Yeah.
And he's a therapist trying to help this kid, and it turns out that he's been dead the entire time, and he's just another ghost that the kid can see.
Okay.
Super crazy twist, one of the best twists I think ever, and yeah, sorry if I just ruined that for anyone watching, but
dude, that movie's been out for like what 27 years. I think
a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it also hits different. Like depends, like what age, what time you saw the film for the first time.
Definitely.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I have not seen it, so I can't really comment on it. But yeah, I gotta check it out. I mean,
like, you didn't think the scene where
eventually it gets a chance. Yeah.
What about the scene where he's like in the closet with the ghost that's like, I'm trapped in here. I didn't steal the whore. That wasn't scary.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, not really. Dude, I need to go. Here's what I need to do. I need to go back and rewatch it just because it's been so long. Like, my thing, it's not just, okay, I think that movie was boring, but it's like M. Night's work in general. I just don't, there's something that I just don't vibe with his style or something.
Well, I agree with you on that. The Sixth Sense and The Happening are the only M. Night movies I like. Period.
Yeah.
I don't like any Unbreakable. No. I hated Signs the first time I saw it.
Dude,
never watched it since.
That's the only one I can somewhat tolerate, and I'm not really a big fan of that either, to be honest. So
I've kind of been given a reevaluation to The Village. Remember that?
Oh, The Village, yeah.
Yeah, everyone hated that when it came out. I think a lot of it was to do because it was his first big movie after The Sixth Sense, and people were expecting another amazing twist and horror. Yeah. But now it's kind of being reevaluated. Like, oh, it's not actually that bad. The twist is serviceable and fun, you know. So
yeah,
that's an okay one. But yeah, I'm not a big M. Night fan overall. I just like those 2 movies.
That's the same here. Actually, Headhunter said, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but The Visit was great. You know what? I forgot about The Visit. It's kind of fun, but I cringe at that movie. You get that little white kid that's like rapping in it, and it's just weird, dude. I don't know. M. Night has a weird style. I feel like there's potential there, but I always feel like he just drops the ball. I don't know why I feel that way.
Yeah.
It's weird.
His is very hit and miss. Like he either knocks it out of the park or it's a complete flop. Dud.
Right. Okay, Michael Myers, do you have a hot take, bro?
Yeah, my first hot take I got right here, and it kind of has to do with The Sixth Sense, kind of like, I believe that was PG-13, right?
I think it was, wasn't it?
It was.
I'm not sure, but since I have not seen it, but it reminded me of my first take. My first take is PG-13 films. I know a lot of people, when it comes to the horror genre, it's mostly like rated R, you know, like me too, you know, I really look forward to rated R films, but there's a lot of good PG-13 films, and I really, you know, I've seen a lot of people kind of like crap on the PG-13 films.
Yeah.
And I get it, you know, there's a lot of especially modern times, a lot of PG-13 like films that never you could say met the ballpark, right? But there's a lot of good PG-13 films like you know, Insidious. I thought that was a game changer for sure. Early
Yeah.
2010s, right?
James Wan film, yeah.
Yeah, and The Ring, another early film, 2000s. And when you look at these films, like me personally, I saw them as a young kid, right? And you
Right.
don't expect for these films to be PG-13, you know.
Yeah.
But once you grow as a fan, once you grow as more knowledge and stuff like that, yeah, you learn that these films are PG-13, and it kind of trips me out. And also, I wrote down Poltergeist, even though Poltergeist was like I think it was PG back in the day.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of films, PG, Jaws, you know, but
Yeah, I've
I think
never understood the whole R-rated thing in horror. Like some horror fans just won't watch a horror movie if it's not R-rated, bloody,
Right.
gory. And stuff. I have a friend that's
yeah,
like that. I want to introduce you
Really?
to actually.
Oh
She's
yeah.
an artist named Emily. She's successful, but she's super into the horror genre, but she only watches like the really hardcore, like she won't watch like just the mainstream PG-13 horror movies that come out.
like
Yeah.
Some people
yeah.
are like that.
Early on, I
Yeah.
was like that too. I was kind of like you could say judging a book by its cover, but I feel like the rating doesn't have nothing to do with it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, no.
a lot of
I
great
agree.
films, ended up being PG-13, even though you don't know that. Like me, I didn't know a lot of these films. Like sometimes there's some of these films I trip out. Like I look it up and everything. Oh shit, it's PG-13. But
Yeah.
yeah, and it
Sometimes
kind
it
of
is
trips me out
shocking
because
though.
I even thought The Conjuring was PG-13. I think that was PG-13, right? Or I think it was rated R.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
but a lot of modern films like that, like
yeah.
kind of, you don't expect it to be rated R at the end of the day. So uh, I that's kind of a hot take, kind of right. Like a lot of people kind of like
Yeah, no, for
judge the whole
sure.
PG-13 thing, but I think there's a lot of good films,
I
horror films, that
Dude, I feel like I agree with you. Like there's some PG-13 horror films that are really good. And you think of like
yeah,
younger fans who are trying to get into the genre. I mean,
yeah,
PG-13 is a good way to go for some younger fans, but
That's a good point.
I know a lot of people too who they'll only watch the hardcore stuff. Like if it's PG-13, they're
yeah,
out, man. They're not watching it, which I don't know why. There's some great PG-13 horror films. I think another PG-13 horror film is Lights Out. I thought that was kind of cool. I know it was based off of like a big trend that was all over social media, but like I
that
thought it
was
was a
like
pretty
2018
decent
or
little
something like that,
film.
right? Yeah,
Something like that,
So,
maybe.
so you'd
Yeah.
recommend Lights Out?
Um, I think so. It's kind of fun if you're looking for something that's just kind of campy.
Well, like
I think
I remember when it was coming out, I kept seeing the trailers and I thought it looked good, but then the reviews
yeah,
came out and they were trashing it, and I was like, I
yeah.
never bothered to actually go see it. So, but if you
I
say it's good, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun with it. I think I watched it once or twice. Like, it's not a film that I'm going to go back to,
Right.
rewatch a ton. But for a one-time watch, like if you're looking for something that's like, I just kind of want to watch something. Like, I think Lights Out was a decent one to pop on.
Okay, you ready for my hot take?
Yeah, let's hear it, man.
I think the entire Scream franchise is overrated and is basically the Fast and Furious of the horror genre at this point.
That's a good comparison, actually.
good point. Good point.
All right, we're gonna end the stream here, boys. And
Now, I recognize that the first one was a masterpiece and changed the genre and everything and brought back slashers at the time, and I respect that, but it's hard for me to separate like the whole scary movie side of everything, and
right.
it's very hard for me to take Ghostface seriously at all when I see him, and
Yeah.
I think what did it, the last Scream I watched was the one where the guy that played Hitman is the bad guy. I can't remember his name.
Doofy.
He
talking
played
about-
Hitman in the first Hitman movie. He's in a bunch of movies, and it was just a ridiculous twist.
You're talking about Scott Foley?
I'm not. I think it was the third Scream.
Yeah, Scream 3, the killer is Scott Foley's character, Roman, who is Sidney's like half brother.
I just remember it being ridiculous, and I haven't watched a Scream movie since.
I love that reply. It's like I just remember it being ridiculous. That's great, dude. That's a huge hot take, man. Huge hot take. But I see where you're coming from, though. Like a lot of people, like some people only care about that first Scream film. Then when it comes to the sequels, they just don't care. I mean, I like the Scream franchise for what it is, but I can recognize that there's definitely some goofy stuff that happens later on in the franchise, especially with 7 that just came out.
Well, I don't like that it won't move on. Like it's at this point involving Sidney and all the other ones is kind of ridiculous at this point. Like they need to just move into a different era and leave the past cast behind. You know, they're trying to do the nostalgia thing is what they're doing. And
the whole
there's people that like that, but you know,
dude, they need to just kill Sidney off.
Yeah, I'd like to see the next one go in a completely different direction.
They should.
Whole new story, everything. Just leave the past behind.
It's like, how many films can Sidney survive? Like, at some point, you're going to slip up. Your luck's going to run out. I think I said that on last stream. Like, your luck's going to run out and you're going to die at some point. I mean...
Okay, everyone, this question might lead to a spoiler, so warning. Okay. Did they really kill off Dewey in the newest one?
It was Scream 5. They killed him off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Either way, that was my favorite character, so that's just a bummer.
Yeah, Dewey was awesome. And he died. He got killed by a girl that was like 120 pounds, like 5 foot. Just let that sink in there for a minute.
Well, you know, hey, that reminds me of something completely different. I make a joke all the time about this. So you know the new Halloween trilogy, right?
Yeah.
The first one, me and my girlfriend went to see it, and we loved it. Loved every second of it.
Right.
I didn't like the second one very much, but then the third one came out, and Michael Myers gets beat up by a teenager and gets his mask stolen.
Yeah.
I could not believe what I was seeing. I was like, are you serious?
Like Corey Cunningham. Yeah.
Corey Cunningham. Yeah, dude. Bro, I thought the same thing. You know what? Man. You know what saved me from Halloween Ends, though, is that before I seen the movie, I had that entire film spoiled for me.
Really?
So, like, I knew going in that it was going to be bad. But as a Halloween fan, I was like, well, I got to go see it. I mean,
exactly.
But yeah, Halloween Ends it was a big disappointment.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but Rob Zombie Halloweens are better than the new trilogy.
I'm not mad at that, dude.
I agree.
I think Halloween, I don't know, man. I have such a love-hate relationship with Rob's first Halloween movie, but I'm at the point where I'm loving it again. So I would probably say at least his first movie is better than the new trilogy.
So yeah, I'm a huge defender of Rob's Halloween 2. Everyone hates that movie. I watched it so many times. I loved it. I love what they did with the characters and how bloody and violent it was. Yeah. And like the moment where the girl that's been in all the other ones where she dies and the dad finds her, like that actually moved me a little bit. You know what I mean? It was a moving moment.
Yeah, Danielle Harris.
Yeah, I think it's extremely underrated. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and this new series had so much potential, but it just wasted it on those last 2 films. I think because that first one was so good. The only thing I didn't like in the first one was the whole evil doctor plot. I thought that came out of nowhere.
That was
silly.
Pretty bad. Yeah, but he's like putting the mask on.
Other than that, it was great. And then the next 2, I hated them. I really did. Not just disliked. I didn't like them at all.
Did you like the flashback in Halloween Kills?
I didn't like anything about it. To be honest with you, I've only seen the.
Not even the firefighter scene. You didn't like the scene.
You didn't like the
like everyone's favorite scene, right, from that film?
Yeah, everybody. Dude, that's great. No, I love his reaction. I don't like anything about it.
I was just super disappointed because the first one was so good.
No, I agree. 2018 was awesome, man. That was a great theater experience. And then Kills was a step down. I think it's just kind of a fun slasher movie, really. I mean, you're just there to see Michael kill people, but there's no plot.
Are they really making a TV show now? Or is that
guess?
They're making a Friday the 13th TV show.
Yeah, sure, Crystal Lake is coming out, but the Halloween show, I think it's everything but confirmed, pretty much. So,
I'm just excited for that new Hellraiser video game that's coming out.
Dude, I gotta check that out, man.
Yeah, Doug Bradley's playing him again. It's not some woman or whatever. Right. It's actually him. So
it's actually
Clayton. Yeah.
A Headhunter says, wait until I the Gamer gets here to say some of his crazy ones. I the Gamer, when he gets in here, he has some of the craziest horror hot takes I've ever heard, man.
You know what? That was my next hot take. My next hot take on my list was Rob Zombie's Halloween. But I actually like Cancel Happiness said, I really do prefer the second one over the first Rob Zombie film.
Okay.
That was my second hot take, yeah. And
there you go.
I think because it just has to do with since I've seen it first, since I was a kid, I grew up with him. Even though it doesn't really feel like a Halloween film at the end of the day, it's more of a Rob Zombie film. All this shit mixed up in there, right? Mm-hmm. But I really dig it. I don't know what it is. I don't know it. I think it's a guilty pleasure. I'm always rewatching it more than the first one. I think the first one, the main issues was like the whole backstory. I hated all that.
Yeah, we didn't need that. Yeah,
exactly, man. And yeah, so you could say that's a hot take. You know, most people always gravitate towards the first one, but to me, the second one's more of a watchable one. That was my.
It's definitely a movie that grows on you over time because I didn't like either Rob Zombie at first, but after I kept watching him. I think that fundamentally the fact that he's so huge in those movies makes him scarier for me. Like, like if you think about it,
I think all the weird shit that he throws in there in Halloween 2, it's not like he's trying to replicate the second.
Yeah, he's trying to do something different with it. Yeah,
in the hospital and everything, he throws his style in there. It's a Rob Zombie film for sure throughout the whole film, and a lot of weird shit. Like I said, it doesn't really feel like a Halloween film, but I mean, if you're a major Rob Zombie fan, you're definitely gonna get the most out of Halloween 2, you know. And I'm not the biggest Rob Zombie fan, you know. I'm not like, but I really do prefer that second film over the first one. I don't know, something about it. I guess it's that weird shit. I don't know.
The only thing I'd change about it is the 20-minute opening that turns out to be a dream. I always fast forward through that part.
That part for sure.
It's a good sequence at the hospital, but once you know it's a dream, it's like, oh man, I gotta watch this every time.
Do you know what's funny? When that's on TV, like if they have like a Halloween marathon, they'll show like Rob Zombie's first movie and then the second one right after. I'll watch the dream sequence, and then when it's over, I dip out.
Yeah.
I think the dream sequence is great, and I do love the feel of his second movie. I love that raunchy, like gritty feel that it has. It's just as a Halloween film, just doesn't land for me. I just never.
Yeah.
I just never liked it. I don't know why, because I like Rob Zombie. Actually, one of my hot takes, because a lot of people hate Rob Zombie. I actually think Rob Zombie's a good filmmaker. I think he's a decent writer. I mean, his stuff can be raunchy. It may not be for everyone, but like his stuff almost feels like real. Like, I mean, there is people out there like that talk about
films for sure.
I wasn't able to enjoy the Rob Zombie films until I grew up and matured enough to completely separate that from the main Halloween franchise. Because when I first saw it, I was comparing and saying, oh, he's ruined the backstory and all. We don't need this. But then I was like, it's its own thing completely. It doesn't reflect, just because this happens, that doesn't reflect on the main series at all. Those are still classics, everything. Yeah. This is its own thing. So once I could enjoy it for what it is, you know, that's when I started liking the movies a lot more.
That's why I started liking his first movie a little more, because somebody literally said to me, like, this is Rob's Halloween, not John's. And I was like, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man. House of a Thousand Corpses, perfect example. He's good at what he does, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But of course, when it comes to Halloween, it kind of like goes down the hill. And after that, he didn't really, I mean, I really haven't seen a lot of his films after Halloween, like Lords of Salem.
Yeah, Lords of Salem's great.
31 was okay. But yeah, man, those early films though, I really dig a lot.
He hasn't made a movie in a minute, has he? When was the last time he made
the last thing he did was in 2022. He did The Munsters.
Yeah.
Which was not great in my
opinion. Never saw that one.
The one before that was 3 from Hell, which was the third film in that Firefly family trilogy, like after The Devil's Rejects.
I have another hot take I just thought of.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of Del Toro.
Oh, okay. I'm actually not mad at that because I'm not the biggest fan of him either.
Yeah. Like I respect Pan's Labyrinth, but other than that, I hated the Hellboy movies.
Yeah.
I haven't liked what I've seen of the new Frankenstein movie, and everyone loved that.
Dude,
I've only seen half of it, but I didn't like it that well. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of his. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched the new Frankenstein, man. I was like, I'd much rather watch, what was it, the 94 Frankenstein film with Robert De Niro? I was like, I'd rather watch this. Like, I don't think he's like a terrible filmmaker, but it's kind of like the M. Night thing. I just don't really dig his style that much.
Yeah. Like, he makes the movies look good. They're all beautiful to look at, but I never connect with them, really.
Same.
Like that Crimson Peak movie, my girlfriend loves that movie, and I can't stand it. I think it's so boring and lame.
I haven't even watched that one, actually.
It's not great.
All right, I got a hot take for you guys. Let's talk a little bit about Robert Eggers. A lot of people's leaving right now. I think Robert Eggers is one of the best directors of today, right? I like all of his films, but I will say that I think The Witch is a tad overrated. And I like Lighthouse and Nosferatu a little bit more, which is a big hot take because people hated that Nosferatu movie for some reason.
Really? I thought people liked that.
Dude, I've seen people crap on it, dude.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you on that. The Witch is hard.
Great.
It's a hard movie to like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the dialogue and how they speak. And the first time I watched it, I couldn't even understand what they were saying.
I hated it the first time I watched it.
And I will say, I think The Lighthouse is his best movie.
Yeah.
I think that's a masterpiece.
I agree. So, because like everyone's always like, oh, The Witch. And I'm like, okay, it's good. I'm not saying it's not good, but like The Lighthouse and Nosferatu, I enjoy so much more.
Yeah, and the Nosferatu, it was still a Robert Eggers movie, but you could tell it was going more mainstream with it a little bit. It was obviously, and it wasn't as dense or hard to get into as The Witch, you know?
Right.
And I just enjoyed it as a we went to see it in the theater, and I enjoyed it as a popcorn movie. It wasn't scary to me. I didn't find it scary at all, but I thought I thought the creature design was really good. And the performances were great. And I think I agree with you. I like The Lighthouse and Nosferatu better than The Witch.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah, so
definitely. What do you think, Michael Myers?
You know what? I have not seen. The only one I've seen was Nosferatu, the one from last year,
right? I think it was
2 years ago,
2024, maybe. Yeah, 2024.
Yeah, the latest remake. I thought that was solid, man. I saw that in theater as well, and I really dug it, man. I mean, the original one, classic. You can never take nothing from it.
I have a question.
As a modern take, it was pretty good, you know. Yeah,
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you think A24 is overrated or underrated?
That's a good question. Okay, let me start out by saying this. I like A24 as a company, but I think they put out a lot of hits and misses. So I personally think that A24 is a tad bit overrated. Because there's some diehard A24 people out there that just likes everything that they put out. And I'm like, nah, dude. Like, some of that stuff they put out is not great, in my opinion. Like, I love the classy stuff. I love them trying to do, like, the artsy-fartsy type stuff. That's cool. But some of that stuff, man, just doesn't land for me, bro.
I will say this, okay? This is a little off topic of horror, but A24 is who's making the new Elden Ring movie, which is my favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
So and it's the director from Ex Machina. You ever seen that?
Oh,
Alex yeah, he's making it. And nice. I'm praying they get it right. Like they don't mess it up.
Do you think A24 is overrated, or?
I think they get more credit than they should get. So probably, they don't really. It's not like A24 is like really making these films, but people think that, you know what I mean? Like they help produce and promote the film.
Yeah, they're just getting the movies out, basically.
Yeah, so they have really, whoever chooses which products or which projects to be involved with, whoever does that is a genius, because most of the time they choose really good stuff, you know?
Right. For sure. Michael Myers, do you think A24 is overrated as a company?
No, I mean, yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely one of those companies that is in the forefront when it comes to these modern horror films, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I mean, yeah, overrated you could say, but they like you said, hit or miss. You know, I like a lot of their,
Right.
you know, you could say original films, not original films, like earlier films, like the whole X trilogy. I thought that was solid,
Yeah.
three
Those
of
were
them.
great.
What
But
would you
yeah, I
say is
mean,
some of their
it's a company
misses?
that's mainstream now, so and they're supposed to be picking up Crystal Lake series, right? The Friday series, the Texas Chainsaw
Yeah.
series. So we'll see what happens. I mean, X was a perfect example of them. That's what I dug about A24 a lot. Is that old school style. So I wouldn't say. I mean, for sure, I think they could pull off a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film or series, whatever they're doing. Because X was an example of that. But yeah, but for sure, it's over. I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah, overrated, but I just say it's
Yeah.
mainstream. It's a mainstream company for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely,
What would
man.
you say is some of their biggest misses?
Have you seen the movie Bodies, Bodies, Bodies?
I tried to.
That movie, people
Yeah.
loved it, and I didn't really like it at
Talk
all.
to
And
me. Wasn't
Yeah.
Talk to me A24?
what was that?
Talk to me. That
Talk
film.
to Me. Yeah, I like Talk to Me. I thought that one was pretty good.
I tried to
I
watch it,
also
but I really couldn't. Yeah.
really, I think that I tried to watch Beau is Afraid, and I never even finished that movie. But
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
hit or
one of those
misses
that's
for sure.
incomprehensible, really. It's one of those
Yeah.
crazy, weird movies.
yeah, what
I
have they
think they
done
have their certain
recently though? That's
style.
huge.
So I think their certain style they do good
Yeah,
with. They should really like
yeah,
I said, they're picking up Texas Chainsaw. I think that's a good example. Especially
true, true.
what the series has been through. I think A24 is a good choice to pick that series up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the artsy fartsy stuff that they do. I guess that's a way to say it. A lot of their stuff is like kind of like classy horror, I guess.
Mm.
It's not
Yeah.
for everybody, but them picking up Chainsaw and like the Crystal Lake series is kind of interesting. Like, what are those going to be like?
I know.
Right.
I don't think the vibe of Texas Chainsaw really fits with the vibe of A24.
I
So
know.
I
Yeah,
hopefully they get it right because the last I couldn't stand that last Texas Chainsaw
yeah,
movie. I thought that was so
I mean,
ridiculous.
the last good one, I think, or at least the last solid one, was the 2006 one, the beginning, in my opinion. Yeah.
bro.
I love the 2003 remake. I love
Dude,
that remake.
since
Oh
we're
yeah.
on the topic of those movies, let me throw another
Yeah.
hot take at you.
Yeah.
I think that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, is better than the '03 remake.
The prequel's better than the remake.
Yeah, yeah, the prequel's better than the remake, in my opinion.
Okay.
Cancel happiness, I'll leave right now.
I disagree,
Yeah.
man. I did not like the beginning of the first time I saw it, and I just think the remake is really well done and scary. Obviously, the original's the best. I still think it's one of the scariest horror movies. Like that movie, I saw that movie when I was like 5, and that
Yeah,
traumatized the crap out of me. Like,
right.
'cause I believed it. I thought it was actually real. Like, oh, I
Oh
said it
Yeah,
frames it as being a real case or whatever. I was like,
right.
oh man, this
yeah.
really happened, and I believed that for years until I
I
looked
think
into it.
I think the Chainsaw remake from '03 is like it's great.
Yeah.
I don't know, I prefer the beginning a little bit more. And I think it's because like if you think of like Leatherface in the original Chainsaw in '74, he wasn't this big like crazy guy. He was just trying to protect his house in the
Mhm.
original movie. People were trespassing on his yard and his house and everything like that. And then in the remake, he's just like this beast. And I feel like that does make the character scary. I'm not saying that, but it's like, for me, it's like they made Leatherface something that he really isn't. Like, I get that it's not that same Leatherface because this is a different movie. But it's like they turned him into, so like in the original movie, he's almost like, why are these people even like
Which,
around here? Why are you bothering my house?
which one's the one with the twist where there's a kid in it that you think is going to be Leatherface the whole time?
It's
And
Leatherface 2017, I think.
yeah, what'd you think of that movie?
I don't like it.
I felt I felt disgusting watching that movie. Like it was
It's
just
bad.
it's just you know murder for no reason. Like it's just a lot of violence. I know some people are into that, but I thought that was one of the worst ones in the entire series. Like, and then that twist fell. It's not actually this kid, it's this skinny kid.
I know, it's so stupid. Yeah, it makes no sense. All right, guys, hold on. We got a hot take in the chat here from Either Gamer. He's finally here tonight. He says, I got a hot take. The Shining is one of the worst horror movies of all time. Same with It, 1990. What do you guys think of that?
Whoa.
I don't like It very much. I know
really?
either the original or the new ones. But he's completely wrong on The Shining. Shining's a masterpiece.
Dude, The Shining is so good. It blows my mind when people hate The Shining, man. Me and him, we battle about that all the time. Like, obviously, it's all in good fun, but yeah,
I think Kubrick's the best director of all time.
Dude, he's a great director. Eyes Wide Shut. I love Eyes Wide Shut. What other movies he had? Clockwork Orange is great.
Yeah. The Space Odyssey was one of my favorite movies ever. It's amazing. I get though why. The Shining actually wasn't that well received when it first came out.
No. Stephen King even hated it, man.
It had to take a while to get a critical reappraising until people started liking it. And I definitely see why people wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? Like I can definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of slow paced. Like if you really look at it from today's lenses, slow paced. But I mean, that's one of those films I saw growing up, man, on AMC Fear Fest. So I want to disagree with that one. Hell yeah. Like Shining's one of the most classic. It doesn't get more classic than it gets, Yeah.
Right. No, for sure. He also said that the original Friday the 13th is complete trash.
Yeah.
Some people see that's a hot take because
but it you can't really downplay it because it's the foundation, I get it. So as its own individual film, it's a weak film for sure, but it's the foundation, so you got to respect it no matter what.
You know what's kind of crazy is like saying Friday the 13th is trash is still a hot take, but at the same time it's not, because I hear that more and more every day now. Like people say the original Friday sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I see both sides on it,
Right.
Like it's not a movie that I rewatch all the time, and let's be real. People watch Friday the 13th movies for Jason.
100%.
Yeah, and he's not in that movie. So he's like Michael Myers said, you respect it for what it was and what it led to, but they didn't even intend for it to lead to that when they made that movie.
True. So it wasn't even supposed to continue.
And you guys got to remember, it was kind of a cash grab. It was a ripoff of Halloween, pretty much. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, Sean Cunningham, I guess he came up with the whole title. That was genius, if you ask me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, great title.
So I think if you were to separate it completely from the rest of the series and look at it on its own merits, it wouldn't be that well received.
Oh yeah.
But I think that's like what he said. I think it's just respected because of what it led to,
Yeah.
Obviously, those sequels kind of top it. I mean, it tops it on my list,
Dude, the final chapter is my all-time favorite Friday the 13th movie. I love the final chapter. I think it's a perfect slasher film. Like, usually when you watch a slasher film, a lot of the characters you don't care about. Like, in the final chapter, you really kind of like every character in it.
And what about Jason Lives?
Jason Lives is fun, man. I love Jason Lives. I know that's a lot of people's favorite as well. CJ Graham as Jason was really good. And,
I've got a couple guilty pleasures with Friday that was my favorite as a kid. I love Jason. Yeah. I love Jason Takes Manhattan.
Dude,
and I love the one with the girl who's psychic.
Part 7, The New Blood.
I love Jason's design in that.
Yeah,
like how he looked. Design. That was the first one with Kane Hodder, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I loved how he looked in that with the exposed spine down his back and everything. He looks so cool in that.
Facts, dude. Best look of Jason by far. My favorite Jason is Ted White. But dude, Kane Hodder, like his look in part 7 is like second to none though.
Which one was Ted White in?
Part 4, the final chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Headhunter said, I've only seen the original Friday the 13th, but I also thought it sucked. I was so disappointed when the killer was an old woman. Dude, you know what's sad about that? All of the people who hate that original Friday the 13th is going to hate this new show because they're going back with the whole Pamela thing.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind that, though. As weird, like, I'm cool with seeing more of the Pamela character.
Especially with the
I have a little bit of a hot take here. So out of all the main horror franchises from back in the day, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Candyman, all of that, I think Hellraiser is by far the best and my favorite of all time.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that either, but that's definitely a hot take, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I just love the Hellraiser films. I think they're so good. Even the newer ones that people hated, I like. So
do you like a lot of the straight to video ones? You know, like Deader and Hellseeker?
Well, which one's the one with the detective where he's
I think it's Inferno.
This thing comes back.
That's one of my favorite horror movies ever.
Are you talking about the one that Scott Derrickson directed?
Yeah,
it's the one where he's always playing chess and he's trying to find the identity of the killer.
I think that's Inferno.
Yeah, it's Inferno. That's it. Yeah.
After Bloodline, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, Bloodline. Yeah.
But I think the first three are a great trilogy.
I agree.
Solid all the way around.
Oh yeah, man. I agree. I think Hellraiser, the whole concept is more of a a mature slasher or thrill horror. Body horror to be exact. Because I think it had balls for sure. Even though a lot of those sequels, they're shit, straight to DVD. But I think
kind of like Hellworld though. And I kind of like Judgment, as weird as that sounds. I know a lot of people hate the ones that didn't involve Doug Bradley, but Judgment I thought was okay.
Did you watch the new Hellraiser show with when a woman played Pinhead?
I did. I seen that. It was on Hulu, I think. I watched it one time and I never felt the need to watch it again, honestly.
I've got a question for you guys. What's your favorite horror television show?
Oh, that's
Freddy's Nightmares. I'm watching it right now. Yeah.
Dude, that's easy for me. Let me grab it.
Nice.
Tales from the Crypt, bro. And they're finally releasing the show on streaming for like the first time on Shudder. And I think they're actually going through and remastering all the seasons. So I'm hoping we get an actual like Blu-ray box set because that's an old DVD set. But man, Tales from the Crypt is probably by far my favorite like horror TV series.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think The Haunting of Hill House is the best horror show ever made.
Oh,
it's one of my favorites ever. I love it. It's a masterpiece to me.
I gotta finish that. I watched like the first two episodes, maybe.
It's so good, man. You got to give it another chance. It's amazing.
I definitely need to jump back on that. Do you have a favorite like horror show from like the past that's like not as relevant? Do you like Tales from the Crypt?
I love the X-Files growing up. I don't know
the X-Files. Yeah.
There's some straight up horror episodes of that show, but I wouldn't classify it as fully horror.
Yeah.
I never watched like Tales of the Crypt and like those kind of ones where it's like an episodic thing and there's a host and everything. I never watched that, but I love like the newer weird stranger shows like From and Severance. You seen either one of those?
I haven't seen them.
From's a straight up horror show you should watch. It's really good.
What is it streaming on?
I think it's Hulu.
Hulu, okay.
But I could be wrong on that.
I'll have to check it out.
It's really popular though, so look it up. It's called From. It's a really good show.
Okay, yeah, definitely. What about you, Michael Myers? Do you have a favorite horror TV show?
Freddy's Nightmares. To me, the first one that comes to mind, Freddy's Nightmares, for sure.
Yeah.
Even though it's more of an older show, but I think that's the one. Even though the series is crap throughout the seasons, but throughout the episodes, right? But I think I don't know, something about it. It's like you could say that 80s feel or whatever.
Yeah.
But Freddy's Nightmares is the first one that comes to mind.
I like that pilot episode where Freddy Krueger's on trial. That's a
and cool right now I'm on like episode 2 or 3. I've been playing on the background right now for sure.
There you go, bro. There you go.
Him saying that made me think of another kind of hot take.
What?
I think that new Nightmare is the second best Freddy movie ever made.
I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad
So
at that,
the
bro.
first one is best, and then New Nightmare.
Then New Nightmare. Mine's a tad different. Mine is the original, then Dream Warriors, then New Nightmare.
Dream Warriors is so good though. See,
Yeah,
I don't hate that. Like, so good.
Right. Even
Speaking
part
about
4
Freddy,
is good.
Speaking about Freddy, my third hot take is the whole Robert Englund thing. You know, I know we all associate Freddy with Robert Englund, but
Yeah.
I mean, sooner or later, Freddy's gonna come back, and obviously, it's not gonna be Robert Englund. I know a lot of people don't want to let go of that, but I think it's possible, dude. I know a lot of people like when you ask the question, who could replace that role, right? Obviously, it doesn't get more iconic than Robert Englund. I know a lot of people, a lot of their go-tos is like Jim Carrey, a lot of those type of actors.
Jim Carrey is Freddy Krueger, bro. That would be amazing.
But they tried that though. They tried that and it turned out horribly.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's first option from what I've seen on the.
I'm sorry, but like Jim Carrey as Freddy Krueger is just hilarious to me. I would definitely pay to do that, man.
What's like what do you guys think? Like, if someone was to replace Freddy, who do you guys think who's like the first actor that comes to mind for you?
I don't know. I thought I thought the guy they chose for the remake was going to be great, but then the movie, and I hated his performance.
Right. Yeah.
They just made him way too, creepy, like in the wrong way, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not a good. Weird, and I just hated that movie. So if I had to choose someone to pick,
that's tough.
Maybe Edward Norton.
It's challenging for sure.
Oh, Edward Norton.
With that question, yeah. But you know what? Robert Englund recently, I don't know if it was like an interview or like I just saw like a headline, and I didn't really think about it until Robert Englund said it. Kevin Bacon, you guys know Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
I think he'll be okay, I guess, but it's a challenging question. But Kevin Bacon, I mean, over Jim Carrey, over Woodley, whatever his name is, from Natural Born Killers, that's like a lot of people's first choice. So I think Kevin Bacon, who knows, will be all right, but
I think it's okay just to leave franchises alone. I feel like
you know what? I really wouldn't be mad if they don't continue it after the remake. I know a lot of people want to see Nightmare back, and me too, right? But I really, at the same time, I wouldn't be mad if they leave it at the remake.
I'm kind of thinking that Elm Street's dead in the water, man.
Yeah.
Like, for the longest time, I was like, it's gonna come back.
Honestly,
yeah, me too. I'm like, dude, it's gonna come back because, like, Elm Street's gonna make so much money if it does come back. But it's been so long now that, like, all my hopes for a new Elm Street movie or show is just like, it's dead, bro. I don't think they're really gonna touch Elm Street because there's no movement. You see all those fake articles like online saying that like Blumhouse has the rights to Elm Street. I'm like, get out of here. They're not doing anything with Elm Street.
I would hate that for sure.
I would too.
Nowadays, I'm to the point where I just want them to leave these franchises alone because so often they do them and then they put woke stuff in them and they ruin it.
It ruins it.
I get worried about it every time. The new Harry Potter show, like why? Why are they doing
so pointless? No, I agree.
Yeah.
I would rather them just leave Freddy alone.
Leave it at the remake. Even though the last remake was shit.
Yeah.
Leave it there.
They should just leave it alone.
Exactly. And I'm okay with that, to be honest. I don't want them
to
pay it out like they did with Halloween.
Yeah. We don't need it. It's already made its impact. We don't need it. Headhunter also said, I thought the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was somewhat disappointing. I think he was trying to say somewhat there. But what do you guys think of that?
I think he's wrong.
I agree. If you're watching it as a first watch, okay, yeah, you might see it as a slow burn, but at the end of the day, man, hey, it's like,
I guess if you go into it like not expecting the low quality of it, but that to me, that's what makes it so scary.
Absolutely,
it makes it more realistic. Yeah.
It makes it feel like you're watching something that actually happened, like you're watching like a snuff film almost, dude. That's why I love Chainsaw so much, man. There's like that feel of that movie is unmatched, like legitimately unmatched.
Have you guys seen it like on the big screen, like on these anniversary dates?
I haven't. I have the
saw it, man.
4K
You know
though.
what? It's a different experience on the big screen for sure.
Nice, dude. Yeah. There you go.
You know what's funny is when I first watched that movie as a kid, I watched it on a VHS tape that had been taped over like 8 times already. So it was already low quality movie, but that made it so, I mean, I could barely see the thing when I watched it the first time, and I still loved it. It scared the crap out of me as a kid, to be honest.
Right,
It was just scary. Like
Yeah,
the scene where she falls in the room with all the bones and like that stuck with me for years after seeing that as a kid.
Yeah, dude, for sure. It was like that for me when I first seen Chainsaw. I couldn't get the entire movie out of my head, man.
Yeah.
Like the dinner scene, I was just like, that's literally gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. Dude.
Well, you know, as I got older and got into true crime and stuff, I realized it's not like the Jason and Freddy stuff that sticks with me. It's the real life stuff that haunts my dreams. You know what I mean?
Facts,
and like,
dude.
even though the Texas Chainsaw Massacre didn't actually happen like that, it still is adjacent to that, you know, because of Ed Gein and everything.
Gein.
So
yeah,
they try to market it like that.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to be scared of Jason or Freddy that much because you know that they're not real, but that had such a sense of reality to it that it was scary, you know.
Definitely, dude.
I agree.
Dude, Headhunter also said, what is your guys' opinion on The Conjuring?
Overrated. Especially
you think The Conjuring's overrated?
Yeah.
It's a good
the first one's great. I love the first film, but the whole series in general it's like
I'd agree with that.
The main series, the main popular franchise in the past 10 years, you know?
Yeah. The series itself, I think, is definitely overrated. The first film I enjoy, man.
For sure.
Yeah. But no, I agree with the series itself being overrated. They definitely need to quit. Like the last movie they did was supposed to be the last one, and now apparently they're doing some show. Like, what are we doing? Like,
I think
Cancel Happiness said, just stop making these things, man.
Yeah. They won't as long as they can get money, though.
Exactly.
As long as they can squeeze more money out, they're going to keep making them.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, I got another hot take for you guys. So, a lot of people's going to be mad at this, too. I think that the Blair Witch Project is not the best found footage film.
What do you think's the best?
My favorite found footage film, as of right now, I think I'd have to answer is Hell House LLC. I don't know if you guys have seen Hell House LLC, but dude, those films, there's multiple films. There's like 4 of them or 5 of them now. Those films are creepy, man. After watching those, I literally felt so uncomfortable, dude. Like as a grown man, after watching those, I was like, man, this is some weird stuff. Now the Blair Witch Project, I respect it for what it is. You know, the whole, everyone thinking it was real and everything like that. That's cool. I don't think the movie's bad, but I think the found footage subgenre has evolved so much better since then.
What about Wreck?
Yeah.
Wreck is good. I haven't seen that in a long time. Have you guys seen Frogman?
No.
Dude, Frogman came out like a few years back. That one's actually pretty good. It's almost like the Blair Witch Project because they're interviewing people and everything like that, but instead of a witch, it's Frogman. Actually pretty good, as funny as it sounds, but like I think that the Blair Witch Project is not the best found footage film because a lot of people will stand by that, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a hot take.
I'm not like the biggest fan of found footage films. The only one that comes to mind are like the mainstream ones, the most popular ones, Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't seen a lot of those, underground, you could say, films, but I think Blair Witch, the movie, if you look at it now, it's not as great, right? It's lacking a lot, but I think the whole point of the Blair Witch was the whole marketing, for sure. I think the marketing was like a game changer. But as far as the film, it kind of, you really don't get much out of it.
Wasn't it like technically the most profitable horror movie of all time?
I think it literally was up until Halloween 2018, I think.
Because you got to take into account they spent what like $50,000 making it, some really low number, and then they made over $100 million.
Crazy.
So you got to respect it on that alone.
Oh,
but as a movie, as a movie, I didn't get it as a kid. I watched it
Yeah.
at the theater and I just wasn't scared, didn't find it
Right.
interesting. So I just didn't get the whole thing. So
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I guess there was like this big hype over it. You know, they try to make it
Yep.
look real. But
No,
I mean,
so
yeah,
about-
I mean, it's a different story when you look at it nowadays. You know,
Yeah.
like
about
I
some
watched it with
newer
my
movies,
sister. My
though.
sister's older than me, and like she really at the end of the movie, she was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Like she was like, "What the fuck?" Like she didn't get it either. You know, but
Yeah.
I think to me, because I've seen like documentaries and stuff like that, I think the whole point of it, like the whole major thing people got out of that was like the whole marketing. But the movie itself, yeah, it's it lacks a lot, you know, especially when it
Yeah.
comes to standards of today. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't like Weapons or Barbarian at all.
I have not seen them. I've not seen them. But weapons,
I
and
was so
sinners
now
are like
listen. I was so excited for Weapons, so
Right.
excited, and
yeah.
I got about an hour into it, and I was just bored, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought the twist in Barbarian was dumb. I didn't like those movies very much. I know
Right.
people love those movies, but they weren't for me.
Yeah.
Right.
It
He's
was
doing a Resident Evil movie this year.
really
Zach Krager. Yeah. Yep.
all they have to. You know what's crazy about that is all they have to do is follow the game. The games are
I
so
know.
scary. Just
Yeah.
follow the games, and you'll have a
Right.
great movie or show.
Yeah.
You know?
Why can they not do that? Yeah.
I don't know.
I personally liked Weapons. Like Weapons was probably my second favorite movie of last year. What do you think of Sinners?
I haven't seen it.
Dude, you should watch Sinners, bro. Do you like From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah.
You'll probably like Sinners, I would say.
Really?
Probably.
I've never heard it compared to that.
There's well, it's not what you think. Once you watch it, you'll see what I'm saying. I'll just say that. I don't know. I thought Sinners was pretty good. I don't think Sinners is as good as people make it out to be, but I was like, okay, Sinners is definitely solid. Like, it's fine. I think it won some awards.
Is it on stream yet?
It might be, but I'm not sure.
I don't get to the theater as often as other people. I haven't been to the
Right.
theater in like 9 months.
Yeah. What's the
Since
last thing you saw?
Nosferatu or
Oh,
whatever.
Nosferatu. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Michael Myers, do you have any more hot takes for us, bro?
Yeah. The next one on my list, which I think, like we mentioned before, would get a lot of people out of the show or like disappointed, right? But in my opinion, dude, I think Terrifier, Art the Clown, is way too overrated, man. I get it. He's the most popular, slasher character we've had. Right. I know after Terrifier, we've had a lot of slasher films for sure. I think it paved the way for the slasher genre to come back. And obviously, Art the Clown was, the most popular out of all of them. Like when people say it's like the face of, this generation slashers, yeah, you could say that for sure. But I just don't think he's up there yet with like Freddy, Myers, all of them, right? Because in my opinion, like people didn't really like know about Art the Clown till Terrifier 2, and I know Terrifier 2 was like, more of a bigger release, right? The first one was more of a low budget thing, independent release, right? But I think I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, it's cool, but I just think he's too like. I just don't think he stands there next with Myers and the rest of them yet, Right. I mean, we still got more films to prove that, but based off of 3 films or 4, whatever, how many we have, I don't think so yet. Yeah.
Well, you also got to think, since Scream, we really haven't had any instantly recognizable, iconic slasher villains.
Yeah.
So the fact that Art is now compared to Ghostface and Jason and all of them, I think that needs to be respected, whether the films are that great or not. Because like everyone knows who he is, even if you don't watch the movies, and we haven't had that in so long,
Right.
And I thought that was kind of dead in horror, like we just wouldn't have that anymore. But
and after Terrifier, a lot of slasher films came after that, Thanksgiving, and a lot of right, but I don't know. I just feel like he still needs a few more films to fill in that void, fill in that gap, But I mean, without a doubt, he brought the whole slasher thing back, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think he's like not like my favorite, you know? Yeah.
Right. I think
I
I
think
don't know.
Terrifier, Art the Clown was a good introduction to the new horror fans for sure. Like Terrifier
Yeah,
brought a new audience like to the genre for sure, you know?
for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I enjoy Terrifier films because I don't know, they're just kind of campy fun. Kind of reminds me of like 80s slashers. I mean, a lot of the
Mm.
80s
Yeah.
slashers that we know and love, I mean, they're just kind of campy. But
Yeah.
I think I would agree that he's somewhat overrated. I mean, these movies, I don't think they
They're
don't
not
go
character
outside of the
driven, they're not
box. They're
story
not.
driven, so they're just a slasher, you know, they do the job of a slasher film, which is great, you know? For
The only
sure.
thing about the Terrifier films is that they have the over the top kills. You know, they're splatter films. That's the only reason that they're so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
You
your
know what I'm
favorite
saying?
from the trilogy?
My favorite is part two. I have the poster. I actually really enjoyed Terrifier 2. I had a good time with that one.
It
Yeah,
surpassed the first one.
definitely too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got a question for you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
What is your favorite era of horror, personally?
Dude, that's a good question. That's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough for me because I have a few eras I love. Because, like, I love the 80s, like, slasher era. I love the Hammer horror era. Like, I'm a big fan of Hammer horror. I love the Universal Monster era. You know what I'm saying? I think if I had to pinpoint my favorite era, though, I guess it would be the 80s. I feel like I
Yeah.
mostly watch
Same here.
80s horror films.
Yeah.
I don't know my favorite, but I know my least favorite, which was the, I don't know if you call it splatter era, but the Hostel films and the early Saw,
Like the
all those
2000s.
torture
The torture
porn
porn
films. I
era?
never got
Yeah.
into those at all.
Yeah.
No, I agree, actually. I mean, I don't mind like the Saw films and stuff, but I kind of agree. I don't think those films are like those films don't stick out like the films that were coming out in the 80s with like
Yeah.
Friday the 13th and Elm
I just
Street.
think
I mean,
some of them are so nihilistic and depressing when you watch those movies.
True.
That early 2000s mentality that everyone had, like, F it, you know, we don't care.
pretty
We're just,
much, yeah.
and it's like, oh, man, it's just
Yeah.
a gross, dirty movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some
Mentality.
people
Yeah.
like it, but not me.
What did you guys think of like the post Scream era, like the slasher films that were coming out after Scream that pretty much like all felt the same?
I mean, as a marketing strategy, they were okay. Like Urban Legend, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
I like Urban
Valentine.
Legend. I thought that one was good. Yeah, that's my
That
favorite
one's
one.
good.
Out of-
Valentine's pretty good too, actually.
Yeah.
Bro,
Urban
so
Legend is seriously underrated, in my opinion.
I agree with
love
that.
Urban Legend.
I think it's the best one of the post Scream era for
Yeah.
sure. But that brings me into my next hot take. Because a lot of people love this movie. I like it. That's about all I can say about it. Is I think that Halloween H2O is mid. I think it's like the most average Halloween movie. I just feel like there's nothing there. It literally is a Scream movie that threw in Michael Myers. And
See,
I don't know, man.
disagree with that hardcore. I love
See,
H2O.
do you? Okay, yeah.
You know
yeah.
what?
A lot of
H2O
people do.
H2O is a good example of, you know, those post Scream films for sure.
Yeah. Definitely, dude. Definitely.
I think it's got a good story, and I like the story of her, like, of Laurie being like a successful principal more than like some broken survivalist in the woods and whatever.
Right.
And she has
I
a
do like
successful
Laurie more.
life when he comes back, you know. And then
Right.
and that one scene where they see each other through the door is just iconic when she sees him for the
Iconic.
first time. Yeah.
That-
I
I
loved
like
his
Laurie
look in that
Wade.
movie.
And the ending too.
Yeah, the ending's way better than like 2018, and Laurie, Laurie Strode is way better in H2O than 2018. I just felt like H2O I don't know, it's missing something for me. I always thought it was just kind of plain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you guys
it's
prefer
definitely a
H2O over
generic
2018?
horror movie.
Generic is a good word for that, in my opinion.
Like, if you take out Michael Myers and the whole backstory, it would be a really just average slasher film. But I think the fact that it is Halloween and the backstory to it elevates it a little bit. I'd put it like, I don't know where I'd rate it in the Halloween series, honestly. Probably 4, maybe fourth best.
Yeah.
It's up there, but not my favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Cancel Happiness, do you have any more hot takes for us?
I think we've covered everything I had.
Okay, Michael Myers, you got any more?
Yeah, I actually have like
What you got?
two left. But
Okay, yeah.
the main one, in my opinion, when it comes to hot takes, the first one that comes to mind, Jason Goes to Hell. I really love that film. Like, it's not up there with the first 5, 6 sequels, right? But I really dig the concept. Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
It's not as shit as people make it out to be. But I'm always rewatching Jason Goes to Hell. I love it, to be honest.
You like what they did with the lore in that movie? I didn't like how they changed they changed so much and added so much.
Direction. It's a whole different. It's not your average Friday the 13th film. It's like your you could say possession film. You know, the whole doctor eats the heart and all that.
True.
It does lack writing for sure. I know a lot of people crap on it because Jason's barely in it. But I mean, if you sum up the rest of the, like the earlier films, if you sum up the Jason appearance, it's pretty much the same thing.
Well, I also think that has probably the worst Jason look ever. I couldn't stand how Jason looked in that film with his like straggly hair. Remember that? He's got like
I disagree. I don't know. My favorite Jason designs for sure.
I gotta disagree with you on this one. I did not like Jason Goes to Hell.
You know what's funny? I still am not a fan of Jason Goes to Hell. Really. I've gained a new respect for the film. Like, I think it's kind of cool. Like, okay, he tried to do something different. Yeah. Adam Marcus tried to do something different. Did it work? Not really. Not really.
The problem is he tried to do something different, which is admirable. But at the same time, he didn't really respect what came before. He just kind of plowed in there and did his own thing completely. And like, this is how it is now. This is, you know what I mean? And to this day, he tells people like this is canon and this is how it goes, and you know what I mean. So, I don't know.
Like that Jason is basically a Deadite. They try to make because the Necronomicon is in Jason Goes to Hell.
That lowers him. You know what I mean? That lessens his impact as a character. So
I will say, even if you're not a fan of Jason Goes to Hell, I ended up getting the Hearts of Darkness documentary, which is about Adam Marcus and Jason Goes to Hell. This is actually a really good documentary. Really? Like I said, you don't have to be a fan of the movie. This is just a solid documentary. And he kind of talks about like what he went through with Sean Cunningham. You know, how Sean Cunningham told him like, hey, like basically don't use the hockey mask. And Jason Goes to Hell. Because Sean pretty much hates the hockey mask, according to Adam Marcus. But that whole documentary is actually pretty solid. And it kind of made me respect the movie a little bit more. I still don't like it. I think Adam Marcus is a cool guy, but like overall, it made me respect it a tad more. I still think it's like definitely one of the weaker Friday films.
Hey, I love Jason X, so I can't talk. I love Jason. I love that movie. Jason
I really can't stand Jason X, but you guys got to remember too. Jason Goes to Hell was like the first. That's when New Line Cinema picked it up.
Right? Like, it wasn't Paramount anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly, man. So, I mean, I kind of by them doing something different, I respect it, and the design, I think it's one of my, it's for sure in my top 5 for sure. Designs of Jason's. King Hutter's in it. He does this thing.
What do you think the best design of Jason overall?
Part 4, Ted White.
I'm not mad at that. I love part 4.
So I just love the exposed spine, Jason.
I definitely think it's part 7, New Blood for sure. But I don't know, man. I love Final Chapter so much. I'm not mad at that, especially when he gets, he has the actual.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, like definitely. Part 4 is one of the, like you said, one of the most like not just Friday the 13th films, but slasher films, like. One of the best for sure.
I think it's like
Jason Goes to Hell. I've always dug it for sure. Maybe because, like I said, it always has to do with the age thing. I saw that film like as a youngster, on AMC and all that. I remember like, the whole scenes where like the sheriff is like on that restaurant. You have like
yeah.
Jason masks everywhere. Like I really dug that concept. Not just that concept, but like the whole. I know with Nightmare 2, you could say it's a hot take back to back, but Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was. I really like it as well.
I think Nightmare 2 is the most underrated Nightmare film there is.
Oh yeah,
that's facts. Yeah, Freddy is his most. That's the most scary Freddy has been.
Yeah,
in
the
whole
darkest
franchise.
Freddy, easily.
100%.
Yeah, even 100%. Though it failed, it goes against a lot of those Nightmare on Elm Street rules, Wes Craven OG rules. But I mean, as its own thing, I really dig it, dude. Like it has that 80s feel to it, and I think that's what's really important. And of course, a lot of sequels after that outshined it, like Dream Master, Dream Warriors, right? But yeah, I really dig a lot of the whole possession thing. I'm not the hugest fan of, right? Like part 2, try to get into Jesse's body, right?
Yeah, right.
And then Jason Goes to Hell, try to get into the whole doctor thing, right? The whole.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like the biggest fan, but it could have been written better. But I guess
I have a hot take about Nightmare on Elm Street. I love Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's Dead, dude. I've been seeing people show more love to Freddy's Dead recently.
I loved it as a kid. I watched it all the time.
Dude, it's funny. When I was younger, I loved Freddy's Dead. As I've gotten older, I don't love it as much. But that's one that I want to watch again soon. Funny enough, but like I don't know, it's just a little too.
It's kind of rewatchable. Yeah.
It is rewatchable though, because I have gone back to it a good bit. I don't know why, because I really don't like it, but I always end up watching it at some point. It's like at least once a year.
Something about the empty town and them driving around, that just kind of creeped me out as a kid.
Soundtrack, yeah.
I think it's seriously underrated in the series, though. A lot of people rate that as the absolute worst Freddy movie ever, and I don't agree with that at all.
I think the remake's the worst. You're gonna like,
oh, definitely.
And the makeup wasn't all that neither, but like I said, man, just the makeup. It's a watchable film for sure. It kind of switched gears, That's like the most horror like the most comedy it got compared to like Part 5 and the others. Yeah. Do you guys think the dream? I've seen a lot of people like with time kind of say that. Do you guys think Part 4 is overrated? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think that Part 4 is finally starting to get the love that it deserves. I mean, at that point, it's like MTV Freddy. I mean, we're like Part 3 is the start of the campy Freddy, really, if you look at it. And it just kept going down that rabbit hole. But a hot take I have is that I actually like Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, because they try to make it scary again. I love that gothic feel. Freddy's barely in it though. The kid, okay, Jacob, dude, I always thought he looked kind of creepy though, man.
Yeah, he does look creepy, but
a lot of good ideas in that film for sure.
Yeah, I think 5 to me it's weak, but there's something about it where I'm like, I don't know as bad as I think people say it is. Dude, Cancel Happiness, do you like Part 4?
Yes.
You do? Okay, yeah.
Where would you rank Freddy versus Jason in the series?
Ooh, good question.
I would. I think. I would
it's kind of low in my list.
It'd be pretty low for me too, because I would put like if we're ranking it. You mean for like the Elm Street franchise?
Yeah.
I would say that Elm Street 1 through 4 and New Nightmare is better than Freddy versus Jason. And then I would probably put Freddy versus Jason after those.
Well, that's another one that's kind of got a reappraising in recent years where, people didn't like it when it came out, but now people like it for what it is. Like it does deliver a lot of good Jason versus Freddy action.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. Like the human story is dumb. The characters are annoying, but the actual Freddy versus Jason part is really solid.
Yeah, you're getting what you paid for, man.
Yeah, like, the worst thing about that is the whole Kane Hodder situation. But like you said, man, you can't really complain because you get what you paid for.
For sure, yeah.
Freddy versus Jason. So I mean, it does have its negatives, but you can't really tell me like nothing about that film for sure because it's.
I didn't care for how the guy played Jason in that movie. He was too lethargic. Kane Hodder moved with that anger. He always had that anger to him, and this guy moved real slow and lethargic. I just didn't like that as much.
Yeah. The complaint I hear a lot, which I get that. I mean, I kind of agree. I don't know why they chose to go like that kind of robotic, like slow Frankenstein moving type Jason. I'm not sure what that was about. What do you think of the look of Jason in that movie, though?
Not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think it's pretty weak. I was looking at a picture of him recently from that movie, and I'm like, dude, like he just the jacket thing to me only works in the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
I like the look of the exposed spine one the best, but if we're talking like Jason faces under the mask, I actually think that number 2, or which one's the one where the girl saw like had the flashback of seeing Jason in the woods? Is that 2?
Yeah, that's
Part
2. Yeah,
Yeah, his face in that one is so creepy to me because
yeah,
it's
no,
realistic looking. It's not like
yeah,
complete monster. So if we're
yeah,
talking just faces, I think that's his best face, and then I think the exposed spine is his best look.
yeah, dude.
For
No,
sure.
I agree, man, for sure. But I think I'm out of hot takes, guy.
Yeah, I think I'm out too.
You know
Do
what?
you
I
have
had
another
one
one?
last one. I had
Go
one
ahead,
last
go
one.
ahead.
I think I prefer Child's Play 3 over the second one. I don't know if it's just me.
That okay.
Yeah. It's more watchable for me. I think I've seen part 2 too much. I think it's not a bad film. I love it. Iconic.
Yeah,
But as far as watchable, I enjoy watching part 3 more. Yeah.
cancel
It's
happiness. What do you
funny.
gotta say?
I have a friend that she hates the original Child's Plays, but she
Really?
loves the later, like with Tiffany and the kid. She likes the more ridiculous
Oh yeah.
side of it.
Yeah,
So it's not my hot take, but that would be a hot take if she was on here because I
I've heard that
yeah,
before.
obviously
I've heard
love
that
the
before.
first ones.
yeah. I've heard people say that, man, a good bit that they like, the more goofy Chucky over the serious. Chucky. But my favorite
Not me.
Child's Play is definitely Child's Play 2, bro. I love Child's Play 2, man.
Yeah.
But that's
For sure.
definitely a hot
It's
take.
iconic. It's one of the best sequels of all time, for sure.
Yeah, Child's Play 3 though gets like really some unnecessary hate though. I
It
feel like
does.
over the years it's gotten hated more. Like I don't think it's like on the same level as the first two, but I'm like it's not that bad, bro. Like the people who like Child's Play 3 sucks love like Seed of Chucky. I'm like what?
Yeah, and maybe because it was too soon. Child's Play 2 came out in 1990.
Yeah, they
3 came
rushed
out
it,
in
man.
91. Maybe it was
Yeah.
too soon, but I really dig it, dude. Like it's really. But I
Do you
also
guys like the show?
I
Not
don't.
really. I mean, I think it had its moments that are fine, but overall, I think the show's pretty bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've
I
only
haven't
seen the
seen it
first
yet.
season,
So,
but I really didn't like it. You know.
Yeah.
so you
But
wouldn't recommend it?
No, I wouldn't
nah.
recommend it. They're supposed to be doing another movie, but like, dude, the Chucky's dead. Like,
Yeah.
there's the three main characters in the show. At the end of the show, like the final season, they get turned into puppets. Like, just yeah, you're not.
Well,
Not
I
missing
think
it.
they were on the right track when in the movies when they pivoted back to the scary, dark
Yeah, like Curse of
stuff
Chucky.
instead of the silly, goofy stuff. People
What
responded
happened?
well to that, so I think they
Facts.
should stick in that lane. I think
I
that's where
agree.
Chucky works best.
Definitely.
Keep his one-liner like maybe 2 one-liners per movie or something. Not
Yeah.
cracking jokes the whole time. Scary
Yep.
Chucky. That's how they should
Facts,
go.
dude. I agree.
Do you guys know what happened to the whole Alex Vincent's character, Kyle's character in the show? I know they made a comeback, but what happened to them? Did they go anywhere?
I feel like, dude, I can't even remember. I watched the show like once, like all the way through, but I think that either Alex Vincent or I don't remember. Something happened to where like one of them died, but they're not like actually dead, and they kind of just exited the show that way, and they just never touched base with those characters ever again. I'm not sure if they're going to continue with them in the next movie or what, but which is dumb because the next movie is going to have a connection to the show. So people who didn't watch the show are going to be so clueless. Like, why do that, man? Just pick where Colt left off and just forget about the show,
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a Marvel movie. You got to watch 10 shows to know what's going on.
I know, man. It's
the whole
ridiculous.
universe shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But guys, I think
But
I'm gonna
I
end the
agree
stream
though.
here,
Chucky's
bro.
dead. I really don't
Chucky's
see.
dead, bro.
Yeah.
Chucky's dead, man.
The next one, I don't see them. I see them. I see the next film. If they do the next film, I see it going to straight to DVD like Curse and Colt did.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're never gonna get Chucky in the theater again. That's like over with. At least for that original series.
unless it's a 20, unless it's like part of the
that
remake.
stupid remake they did. Yeah.
AI Chucky. Yeah.
Well, do you guys have Cancel Happiness? Do you have any projects you're working on for your channel, bro?
I'm working on a video right now. It's going to be called 20 Minutes of Purely Horrific Information. So it's going to be, bro. Yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of crazy, horrible stuff that's happened. And, you know, I post shorts every day. I'm coming up on 10K subs.
Dude,
so
nice.
I'm trying to get that milestone going. And
right.
Yeah, so
keep it going.
If you like rare photos and history and true crime, you should check out my channel.
Definitely. Yeah, hopefully. And, you know, with you being involved with Saturday Night Dies, hopefully that'll help push some people over to your channel for sure.
Yeah. By the way, whoever came up with that name is genius. That's such a great name, man. I love it.
Man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Michael Myers, you got anything planned for your channel, bro?
You know what? Just 2 days ago, I finished up my next costume test.
Nice.
So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Another one of the animal killers from Your Next. What do you guys think about Your Next? Do you guys like Your Next 2013?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was really good for sure. Definitely a different take on like the whole invasion thing.
Yeah. And other than that, other than the costume test, I got like not much planned. I got like a top 10 video I still gotta upload. I just need to
there you go.
Add final touches, but you know how it goes, man. You know,
right.
I'd be getting lazy and stuff like that, but it's a lot more videos coming for sure. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Dude, my channel, I don't really have much planned, dude. I mean, I want to work on Horror Red Part 2, as I mentioned before. But I've been focusing on pushing this show, man. I'm trying to get Saturday Night Dies out there more.
Hey, Ryan, I want to ask you something. Do you ever think about taking clips from this show and editing down into shorts and then posting them on your channel?
Yeah, I've actually done a few clips like that on this channel. Like
I think
tonight,
I think that'd be good.
I've done a few. Like tonight, I'll take some clips of us talking about certain movies and just turn them into a short form video, so there's more content on here. Because basically, the show's weekly, so that'll keep the content coming in. You know. So I've done that with a few, but I'm going to continue to do that, especially from this show, because we covered a lot of stuff tonight, and that's going to do good for like making short form videos for sure.
Because you know, I follow a gaming guy.
I really dig how you're like uploading clips, because I really don't expect people to like watch the whole hour and a half or whatever.
Yeah, like if you don't want to watch the whole stream, there's like a specific video. Like if someone was like, I'm just kind of interested in what they said about Jason Goes to Hell, I could clip it and there's a Jason Goes to Hell video.
Yeah. So I follow a gaming guy that streams, and he streams for like 5 hours at a time.
Yeah.
But then he cuts it down into like 15 to 30-second shorts and posts them, and those shorts get a lot of views on his channel, which brings people to his stream. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's good promotion.
Shorts helps a lot. Yeah.
We did a Scream franchise ranking on the last episode, and I turned that into a here on the channel, which is up now. But I'll take full clips like tonight, us talking about, I don't know, M. Night. Like I'll have a whole video just about us talking about M. Night and everything. So cool. That's not throughout the week until the next episode. But yeah, that's really all I have planned, man, is trying to grow Saturday Night Dies a little bit more. But it's always a pleasure having you guys on. We'll have to figure out what to do next week, man.
Thank you.
Hopefully at some point it could have all four of us on. I know Slasher Movies wasn't here tonight, but that'll be fun to have all four of us on a show.
That would be.
I even hit up Machete Slasher, man. But
yeah, dude.
I have not gotten no response yet, you know?
Dude, that'd be cool to get him on, man.
Yeah, man. That's mandatory for sure.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So if you guys have not subscribed to Cancel Happiness, definitely do so. That'll be linked in the description. Subscribe to Michael Myers. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And with that being said, we are out of here.